So ever since we announced our recommendation of FundedNext as our official platform here at Tradewave, I've gotten tons of questions, and I've actually not had time to do a very long video to explain how the process works and how to get funded with FundedNext, but I've had time today, so I'm going to do a very detailed video for you guys today, walking you through from what you're going to be seeing on the website, the best account to go for depending on your style of trading, and also how to pass the accounts much more easier and faster. It's going to be a very detailed video, and at the end of the video I'm also going to be giving you guys instructions on how to get some giveaways by the end of the video. So you need to watch to the end of the video to qualify for this giveaway I'll be doing at the end of this video. So it's going to be an amazing ride with you guys today. So I want you to sit down, relax, watch this video. Even if you've used the platform or even if you're currently using the platform, please still watch this video. There's some tips that I'll be sharing with you that you might not have heard before that will help and change the game for you. So it's going to be that video for every single person who wants to trade or get funded with a prop firm. This is my personal recommendation, and this is my video tutorial to guide you on how to enjoy all of that, get funded, and make money with every one of us. So you'll be the next funded trader with FundedNext. So that said, let's get straight to my screen. Let me show you how to get funded. Alright, so let's start from the website. Let me show you what you need to do once you come on the website. So once you click the link in the description of this video, it brings you to this website. So the first thing that you should do is to register an account with FundedNext, and I'll tell you why. Because they send out amazing offers from time to time. Recently they concluded a 500% refund offer, and if you were registered with them, you would have gotten an email update as regards to that. So they have amazing offers from time to time that they send out, and if you're not registered with FundedNext, you'll be missing out on many of those kind of offers. All right, so sometimes they give discounts as high as 40%, 50%, 30% discounts on the account, depending on what the mood is, depending on what the season is. All right, so first of all, register an account. So come on this place, you're seeing login, click on login, and then when it brings you to the going to see an option to log in. Now if you've registered an account already and you are not receiving emails, go ahead and register again. If you do not have an account and have never registered before, you can go on to this option to click on register here. Click on register, and then it will show you options for you to put in your details: first name, last name, gender, date of birth, the whole 9 yards, and click on agree and acknowledge on all these other checkboxes here, and then click on register, and you're good to go. You receive an email indicating that you have fully registered an account, and you would begin to get amazing offers from time to time from FundedNext. So that should be the first thing that you do once you come on this particular website. All right, then however, you can also click on login with Google to make it a bit faster and easier for you. Click on login with Google, and FundedNext will automatically take on the email that you're using on your current browser and then register an account for you with that same email. Easy peasy. So let's go back on the website. Once you're done registering, let's go back on the website. Let me explain what is on the website and how you can make a lot of money from the FundedNext platform. So let's go ahead. So of course, this just gives you a basic overview of the platform. They offer up to 95% profit split, and then you can get up to 300k funding, and then payout is on average 24 hours. That means when you get to payout and you apply for your payout, within 24 hours you get your money confirmed. And then there's no time limit to the challenges, so you can buy an account today. Even if you don't want to start using the account today, you can buy the account today. I think you have about 365 days to pass the challenges. So I mean, to start trading the account actually. So it's basically no time limit. I mean, if you take 1 year to make 5%, I mean, that's a lot of time. Okay, so it's basically no time limit in the challenge phase. So even if you're not going to start trading the account today, but you have the money today, you can buy the account, lock it down, and then whenever you want to start trading the account, you can start the challenge. All right, and of course you have to take a trade within the first 30 days. Obviously, when you buy the account within the first 30 days, you should at least take at least one trade. All right, so let's go forward. Let's go to the where the big things are happening. All right, So let's go about, let's talk about the plans. Or before we talk about the plans, let me talk about their CFD and the futures option. So currently, as you know, they have futures option. For those of you that trade futures, they have challenge accounts for futures. If you're a futures trader, they have something for you guys over here. So you can choose any of their plans for futures. And personally, I'm not a futures trader. I trade CFDs basically. So I'll be doing this tutorial with CFDs. All right, but if you're a futures trader, of course, go ahead, explore this amazing. Most of the options, most of the specifications and stuff like that applies to both CFD and futures, but these are just two separate packages because of the approach to trading that you'd like to explore. All right, so let's go back to CFDs. Let's see what FundedNext offers for CFDs. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's look at the challenges and all of that. Okay, so they have 3 plans basically for every one of you trading CFD. So I have a Stellar 2-step account, they have a Stellar 1-step account, and they have a Stellar Light account. And I'll go ahead and explain each of these in details to help you not to make a mistake and to also choose the best for you, and also go ahead and give you the best advice depending on your style of trading. I'll tell you the best to choose so that you don't make mistakes, so that you don't lose your money, so that you don't buy a wrong account and that doesn't suit your trading strategy. Okay, so let's talk about the Stellar 2-step. Let's start with the 2-step plans. Okay, so they have 6 different plans that you already see. They have 6,000, 15,000, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, and these are the fees here. As you can see, 6,000 costs $59, 15,000 $119, 25,000 $199, 50,000 $299, 100,000 $549, and 200,000 for $999. I mean, that's a steal. $999 to get a $200,000 funding. I mean, that's really a steal. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about all the specifications in detail. So first of all, they are offering you a 15% profit share. Let me explain what this means. So let's say, for instance, you get a $15,000 account from them, which costs you $119. Now, they have phase 1 and phase 2 for 2-step. So a 2-step account means that you have to pass phase 1 and then you pass phase 2. So the first phase, you're expected to make a target profit of 8%. So you're expected to make 8% profit on this $15,000. So that's the first profit target. So on a $15,000 account, 8% on a $15,000 account is about $1,200. So if you make $1,200, you have passed phase 1 of the account. So they give you another account, which is now the phase 2. So on the phase 2 account, you're expected to make 5%. Now 5% on a $15,000 account is $750. So if you make $750 on the second account they give you, they reset the account and give you a fresh 15,000 every time you pass phase 1 and you get the phase 2. So phase 2, if you're now making 5%, or you've made 5% on the phase 2, that is $750 on a $15,000 account. You get funded $15,000 simulated account, $15,000. Okay, so that now becomes your live account. Now let's go ahead. I'm still explaining this 15% profit share. All right, so I've not left it. You need to get funded and get to payout before you get this 15% profit share. Okay, so that said, when you now get the $15,000 simulated live account, now that means that if you are able to make up to 10% cumulative of your profits on the live account, you get to enjoy the 15% profit from your phase 1 and the 15% profit from your phase 2 added to the profits that you have made on the live account, and you are getting a full refund also. I'm coming to that. Anytime you get a payout on FundedNext, you're actually getting paid from 4 different specifications. Okay, you're getting, first of all, paid off your profits, the profit you make on the live account. You're getting 15% profit from your phase 1 and phase 2, and you're also getting a full refund of the money you spent to purchase the account. So you're getting 4 payouts in one. It's a cumulative of 4 coming from 4 different places from your trading journey with them, from the buying the challenge to getting to payout. So let's talk about the 15% profit now. But that was just a whole overview, right? Sorry, I mean, I over explained that, but don't worry, I hope you get it. Okay, so this now on the 15% profit share means that, remember, the first phase target was 8%, which was $1,200. Now 5% of that money, 15%, sorry, of that 1,200 is about, 15%, let me do the maths, of 1,200 is about $180. Now phase 2, which is the 5% profit, which is $750. Okay, so on the $750, 15% of $750 is $112. $112.50. So on that, you are making both the 15% of your target from phase 1 and 15% of your target from phase 2, which now amounts to $292.50. So this is extra money they are going to pay you when you get a cumulative of 10% profit from your payout cycles, and I'll explain what cycles means shortly. So every time you get a funded account, a cycle is a period of 21 days for a two-step account. You can see it over here. It says 21 days. 21 days means that you have to have had the account for 21 days before you are eligible to get a payout on the live account. So when you get, after waiting for 21 days and haven't traded for at least a minimum of 5 days, that means within that 21 days, you need to trade at least 5 days out of 21 days and be profitable. And on the first cycle, which is after 21 days, if you're qualified for profit, let's say you make about 3%, or let me be generous. Let's say you make about 5% profit on the first 21 days, you get paid only the 5%. But if on the second phase, maybe the next 21 days now, after you have applied for your first withdrawal and gotten your first payout, the second phase now, the second cycle now of the live account, and you're able to make an extra 5% profit again, that means the cumulative of the profit you've made on your live account is now 10%. When you're now getting this 10, when you've accumulated this 10% profit on the live account, that is when you're able to get the 15% profit share during the challenge phases. Okay, so that's how the 15% profit share actually works. All right, so hope this makes sense. I mean, to me, it makes a lot of sense. And if you're a good trader, definitely you should get to a point where you're able to do a cumulative of 10% of their live funded account, so you can get this amazing 15% profit share. So let's run now. So maximum drawdown overall loss is 10%. That means you shouldn't lose more than 10% of the account during any of the challenge phases. Okay, whether it's phase 1 or phase 2. Now maximum daily loss is 5%, which means you shouldn't lose more than 5% of the account on any particular day. You must not have a drawdown of more than 5% of your of your balance, and your equity shouldn't go below 5% of what it was when you bought the account. In this case now, using 15,000 as our example, your account shouldn't go below you shouldn't lose more than $750 on any particular day. You must not. All right, so that said, news trading, of course, you're allowed to trade in news. If you're a news trader, you're allowed to trade in news. You can get profit split of up to 95% of your profits when you get to payout. Okay, so of course, there are rules guiding this, and I would love you, each of those specifications, each of those parameters, as I will call them, please go ahead and read all the extra rules. If you click on this information icon here, you'll see an option to click to learn more. When you click on this, it shows you a more detailed explanation of all these things. So I would advise I read each and every one of them. I mean, read them between the lines so you understand all the rules before you go ahead to purchase. All right, so your first withdrawal, like I already mentioned, is 21 days for a step, two-step account, and then you get a refundable fee of your full payment. So as you can see, you get the refundable fee of whatever amount you're buying the account. So for instance, this $15,000 account, cost you $119. So when you get to payout, you're actually going to get back your $119 full refund. Okay, and like I already mentioned also, of course, you must not have done 10% on this before you are able to get your refund. Once you apply for a payout and you get to payout, they're giving you back your payout, your purchase fee. So it's more like you're risking nothing actually in order to get funded, because at the end of the day, if you actually get funded, you get your money back, your purchase fee back, paid back to your account. So this is actually an example of how the two-step actually works, and it applies the same for all the accounts: 6,000, 15,000, 25k, 50k, 100k, 200k. It applies across board. Okay, so all these options, the same. Like I said, of course, go ahead and read all the specs so you understand everything before you proceed. So let's go ahead and explain how the Stellar one actually works. Let's go. So on the one-step account, you actually have the same options as the two-step, however, just different specifications and rules. So let's go down. So 15% profit share also applies to one-step. So during your payout, you get 15% of your, the one-step phase of the profit that you made during the challenge phase, which for a $6,000 is about $90, $15,000 is about $225, like that, up onto $200,000, where you get $3,000, even more than the amount you used to purchase the account, which is $1,099. I mean, you get 3 times more of that money just from 15% profit share from the challenge phase. That's massive, bro. So profit target is 10%. So just one step. It's not a phase 1 and phase 2 like the two-step challenge. So just one step. If you're able to make 10% on the account that you purchased, and then, you get over to getting funded, simulated life account. All right. So maximum overall loss is 6%, unlike the two-step, which is 10%. Daily loss is 3%. That means you should not lose more than 3% of this account on any particular day. Of course, you're allowed to trade the news, any kind of news, FOMC, NFP, whatever the news is. Go ahead and load the lot size. All right. So profit split, you get up to 95% profit split, and the minimum traded days is 2 days. So that means you need to trade at least 2 days in order to get funded. So that means you can get funded in 3 days. You buy the account on Monday, trade on Monday, trade on Tuesday, get funded on Wednesday. That's super fast, bro. Two-step also, you can get funded in 1 week. You buy the account on Monday, trade on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You move over to step 2, same, and then you move over to your funded fees. So you can take a minimum of, let's say, 2 weeks to get funded on the two-step account, and it can take you just 2 days to get funded on the one-step account. All right. So first withdrawal, at least you need 5 days. So the first withdrawal, you need to trade at least 5 days, wait for at least 5 days for you to actually get your payout. Refundable fee, of course, same amount that you used to buy the account, same. So if you buy $100,000, for instance, here, which costs you $569, during your payout fees, you also get back your $569, which you use to purchase the account. So you're actually trading risk-free, provided that you are a good trader. Obviously, you're good to go. So let's move on to Stellar Lite. Let me explain what the Stellar Lite account means and how this would be probably a game changer for you. So this are more like, I would say, smaller account sizes, and then a little bit cheaper plans. Something that will suit whatever trading style you actually have. All right. So for Stellar Lite account, we have 5,000, 10,000, 25k, 50k, 100k, and then phase 1 profit target is 8%. Profits. Second phase target is 4%, unlike the two-step, which is 5% for second phase. So maximum overall drawdown, overall loss is 8%. Daily loss is 4%. Then, of course, you allowed news trading, profit split up to 95%, minimum trading days of 5 days. Also, first withdrawal 21 days, and refundable fee of the money you use for purchase, exactly the same fee. That's $2 for $5,000 account, $229 for $50,000 account. So someone is asking, so what's the difference between a Stellar Lite account and a Stellar two-step account? Very simple. On a Stellar Lite account, you do not get the 15% challenge fees refund fee. So that's just basically the only difference. And of course, it's a bit cheaper with lesser accounts starting from $5,000, unlike this two-step that starts with $6,000. All right, so that's basically the difference. Not much, however, if you're somebody who's a good trader, obviously you would love to go for the two-step account so that you can get back 15% of your challenge fees profits. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me just give you a simulation of how the process works. So let's say, for instance, you go for a two-step account. Let me walk you through the process before I'll advise you on the best plan for you based on your trading style. All right, so let's say we go for the $100,000 two-step plan. So once you click on this, you see an option for, choose the platform. If you're an MT4 trader like myself, we're old school. I still use MT4 till today. I trade, of course, volatility and the likes of it on MT5. But however, my main major trading platform is MT4. So let's say we choose MT4, for instance, and then you can choose a swap-free account. Now, if you choose the swap-free account, you're going to add 10% extra of your fee on the account. So that means that you can leave your trades overnight and you don't get charged swap fees for leaving your trades overnight. But if you don't have extra 10% of the money to pay, and go ahead, just use swap. You can trade with swap. It's fine. Okay, so you can choose to take an add-on. Now, an add-on means an extra feature that you want for that particular plan. It's not a must to choose this. You should not choose this. If you don't need it, you don't need to choose it. But if you choose a lifetime payout, for instance, of 95%, that means across board, all your withdrawals, you get 95% payout on all your withdrawals. You're paying extra 30% for that. If you want to do double up of the account size, you're paying extra 40% of the money. So like I said, please, you do not need to choose any of this if you do not need it. If you don't need this, please, no need to say. So you can go ahead, click on agree. Let's say I don't need any of them. Click on agree, and then you click on get started. So the next page is where it shows you, multiple options of how to make your payment. Of course, obviously, you put in your email address. Let me put in my email address here. Put in my email address and fill in my password. So as you can see, it shows you different options of, how to pay for the challenge account. Okay, so you can use Apple Pay, you can use your Visa card, your local card, PayPal, crypto, Verve, bank transfer, GPay, Skrill. These are different options that works for everyone, no matter the country you are. At least you have one that works for you. So for instance, let's assume you're in Nigeria right now, you want to pay for this challenge. You can use a bank transfer. I think that's the easiest for people, for a lot of people that use FundedNext. So you click on bank payment, it automatically generates an account for you to make your payment. On the next page, just it's loading up, and you'll be redirected. Your personal identification number. So your personal identification number is just like your NIN. So it's your NIN, not like it's like your NIN. So you go ahead, fill the form, fill your NIN here, then you click on confirm, and you'll be redirected to a page where you would be asked to select whether you want to pay with card or whether you want to pay with transfer. So if you select, for instance, let's say bank transfer, it generates the total amount in Naira for you. Then you click on continue. Now on the next page is going to generate a bank account for you to be able to make your payment. Okay, so please read this. There's no split payments allowed. Don't split this payment. So you're required to transfer this exact amount. Don't add anything, don't subtract anything. This is 1.88 million 353 naira 49 kobo. Okay, so don't add anything, don't subscribe, just as it is. Just transfer the money into this account number here, and then they currently use Global's Bank, and make the transfer. You can just click on this, copy the account number, and then do the transfer. And once you've done this, then I would advise, when you make this transfer, just wait for, let's say, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, between 3 to 5 minutes before you click on print ticket. And once you click on print ticket, it automatically generates an ID number for you at the back end. And then that's if your payment has been confirmed. That's the reason why I say you should wait for at least 3 to 5 minutes so that they confirm the payment from the back end and before you click on print ticket. Okay, so, and once this is confirmed, they send you an email indicating your login details to your evaluation account, and then you are good to go. I mean, that's simple. Okay, so these are different payment methods that you can, explore to make things easy for you. So choose the one that works for you. If you're a crypto guy, transfer with crypto. If you're a card guy, if you prefer, making transfers using card payment, I mean, go ahead. Whatever suits you is absolutely fine. All right, so that said, that's all about how to get the account. So let me quickly just give you my personal 2 cents on which is the best plans for you based on different styles of trading. So let's say you are more of a day trader. Day traders and swing traders, I would typically advise you to go for a 2-step account. A 2-step account gives you the ample time to enjoy your trading strategy. So for instance, now the maximum overall in a 2-step account is 10%. You can comfortably do a risk to a target of 1%, per trade, or you can comfortably do, even if you don't 1%, maybe it might be much for people, you can do 0.5% and patiently trade this account. Give yourself, I know it takes, you need a minimum trading days of five trading days as a minimum for you to get funded, move to the next phase. But I would typically advise, give yourself at least 1 month. Don't be in a hurry. That's just the game. Don't be in a hurry. Don't allow those prop firms, FundedNext inclusive, to put you under pressure. Okay. I know they keep shortening the time because they're trying to be competitive. I get it, but don't try to be under pressure. Okay. Take your time. If it takes you 1 month to get funded, is worth it than blowing 5 accounts just because you want to get funded in 5 days. It doesn't make any sense. So take out your time. All right. Take out your time. Go through the rules, understand the rules, and stick it out. Okay. Now, if you're a scalper, you're a fast-paced trader, I will obviously advise I go for the Stellar Light. If you're very impatient, you want to get funded today and tomorrow, it takes you just 2 days to get funded on the 1-step account. So you can speed things up. All right. So, for scalpers, you can obviously go for a Stellar 1-step account, or even, just Stellar 1-step account, so that you can be able to, speed things up. If you trade, if your frequency of trading is very high, let's say you open 3, up to 5, 10 trades at the same time, you are the Stellar 1-step guy. If that's your style of trading, go for the 1-step account so you can pass it much more faster, and then you can get funded. And also, if you're in low budget, basically, if you're in low budget, go ahead and go for a Stellar Light account. Maybe 5K, 10K account is fine. Okay. For, those of you that are on low budget and you don't really care much about the extra add-ons, 15% profit share. This, Stellar Light account is actually for you. Also, another thing I would love to mention also is the maximum drawdown. Now, you realize that the 2-step account gives you the highest maximum loss, which is 10%. The 1-step offers you a 6% overall drawdown. So if you're a kind of guy who, has lots of drawdowns or maybe floating losses when you're trading, maybe you're using maybe a system that's, require a strategy that requires you having high drawdowns, I would advise that you just go ahead and enjoy the 2-step account. A 1-step account might not just be for you. All right. And if you're the person who, you're not the, below 1% risking per trade guy, you like, you like going all in, you like doing 2%, 3%. 1-step is not for you. Okay. Stay with 2-step account. You'll be much more safer and your chances of passing the challenge is higher on this 2-step account. All right. So that said, that's typically my advice, for you if you're going to go for any of this account. Now on 19th of June, we're doing a training for those of you that will be getting a prop account. We're doing a training. One of our analysts will be organizing the training on how to pass prop firms, easy ways, tips, tricks, you know, those kind of stuff on how to easily pass prop firms and don't make it hard for yourself. So that training is coming up on the 19th of June. Make sure you sign up. You know, send a DM on our Instagram page, or you can use the link on the description of this video. If you're watching it on YouTube or wherever you're watching it, I mean, there should be a description either on the profile. If it's on Instagram, you can check our bio, or you can send a DM, so you can get the link to sign up for that training and join that prop passing account training on the 19th of June by 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So it's going to help you a lot. So that said, hope this training was helpful. Hope this tutorial was helpful. And if you are ready to start trading, I would love you to drop in the comment section which of their rules. Oh my God, sorry about that. So which of their rules makes more sense to you? Type in on the comment section. I would love to know which of the rules appeals best to you on the comment section. I'll pick randomly and give you guys some giveaway. I'll pick maybe 3 or 4 people, give you guys maybe $10, $20 each on the comment section. So go ahead, type that comment right now, and I can't wait to see you guys on your funded account and obviously getting payout. Bye for now.